entrance. But good evening. My name is Blair King, principal of Franklin High School, and it is my distinct privilege to welcome everyone to the 2025 Franklin High School commencement ceremony. I do want to point out one thing before we begin. I would like to thank our pre-program music band, Low Tide. Now I ask for Mr. Daniel Riddle to lead us in the playing of our national anthem. Thank you, Daniel, and thank you all. You may be seated. Today, we will be celebrating the many accomplishments of our seniors as they prepare to leave Franklin High School for the next chapter of their lives. I would like to thank the parents, families, community members, faculty, staff, and students for joining us in honoring this significant milestone in the lives of the graduates before us. At this time, allow me to invite Ms. Alexis Morales Montalengo to the podium to offer some welcoming remarks.
On behalf of the Franklin High School class of 2025, I warmly welcome all students, families, friends, teachers, staff, and those who have traveled far and wide to this unforgettable celebration. Tonight is more than just a ceremony. It is the moment so many of us have dreamed of, worked for, and waited on. Some of us are the first in our families to wear a cap and gown. Some have overcome battles unseen by others, and some stand here because of the sacrifices of those who came before us. For me, those sacrifices began long before high school, even before entering a classroom. Starting with my parents. Their It crossed borders both physically and emotionally, so I could stand here today. While my parents didn't have the same opportunities I had, they never stopped believing that I could have more. One important thing they have taught me is that la educación jamás debe darse por sentada, pues es un privilegio que exige responsabilidad y gratitud. Education should never be taken for granted, as it is a privilege that demands responsibility and gratitude. They taught me that education is not just about grades, it's about learning and growth. It's about showing up, working hard, building character, and most importantly, lifting others as you climb. Gracias, mami y papi. Este momento les pertenece a ustedes como a mí. But this moment doesn't belong to me alone. Every graduate here carries a story that deserves to be seen and heard. Our stories are not meant to be compared, they're meant to be conveyed. Our voices are not meant to blend in, they're meant to rise. Whether our experiences involve struggle, hope, strength, or transformation, our diverse background, languages, and voices are not something meant to hide, they're meant to celebrate. Class of 2025, the road ahead may be uncertain, but we have already proven that we can overcome so much. If we hold on to who we are, continue lifting each other, and chase the dreams we sometimes barely dare to speak aloud, there's no limit to what we can achieve. This is not the end, it's the beginning. Let's carry our stories with pride and walk forward, knowing we have everything it takes to build something extraordinary. Congratulations, class of 2025. Una vez más, felicidades a todos. Thank you.
Thank you, Alexa. Please welcome Mr. Graham Caldwell to the podium for some inspirational remarks.
Good evening, everyone. Before I begin my speech today, I just want to start with a thank you. First of all, thank you to everyone here at Western Carolina who helped us hold our graduation ceremony in this beautiful facility. And thank you to the faculty and staff at Franklin High School. Thank you to the cafeteria workers, the bus drivers, the SROs and the custodians, and to our teachers, whose impact on our lives always goes far beyond anything that we've ever learned in the classroom. Now, all of these people deserve much more recognition than a civil shout-out in a graduation speech. Unfortunately, though, I am under strict instruction to keep my speech short and keep everybody awake. But I hope that the people that do this work that often goes unseen by many finally get their due recognition tonight. And lastly, thank you to my friends who stood by me even before I knew what real friendship meant. Thank you to my family, to my girlfriend Lily, for believing in me even when I didn't believe in myself. Trust me, I would not be the person that I am today without these people in my life. So it was the beginning of my senior year when I first realized that I would have a chance to speak at graduation. And the first thing that popped into my head when I realized this was an image of me, standing right here trembling over a poorly written speech, looking up at a mass of strangers in front of me. No matter how many people told me I should speak, my brain kept telling me that it just wasn't for me. And this went on for a while, but then something changed. I, like many other graduates I'm sure, began to reflect on my time at Franklin High School, as graduation became less of a dream to me and more of reality. And during that reflection, I realized something. And that was that the moments that I held closest came when I took a step outside my comfort zone, took a risk, pushed myself, It did something that I thought I never could or would do. And similarly, it was these moments of challenge that first came to my mind when I thought of my peers, my amazing classmates. And I took a minute to remember my classmates' moments. I remembered athletes who looked like they were about to collapse from exhaustion, somewhere find the energy within themselves to run just a little bit faster. I remember watching student musicians and actors who looked like they would rather be anywhere other than center stage perform flawlessly. I remember classmates who signed up for courses they thought they would never belong in, but walk away with an A. I remember the quietest kids in class busting out the craziest dance moves at prom. And I remember friendships being formed between two people who seemed like they had nothing in common. Class of 2025, thank you, because your bravery inspired me to be up here and speak to you today. Now, just because I am the one up here giving the speech doesn't mean that I'm any more qualified to give advice than anybody else, but seeing as I am up here, I wanted to remind everybody of the one very simple yet easily forgotten fact, and that is that our lives do not start at Franklin High School, and they'll not end when the ceremony is over either. In fact, in good health, we may have 50 years of our lives or more left to live after tonight. And I have one piece of advice for those 50 years, and that is to embrace today's discomfort, knowing that it's going to make us better people tomorrow. Do that thing that your heart has always yearned for, but your brain keeps telling you no. Because these are the things that define us. These are the things that we remember, and these are the things that make us who we are. And I wrote this speech in the hope that it would be one of those defining moments for me. And now, standing here, I can tell you that it has. Because though my legs are trembling, hands shaking, mind racing like I up onto this stage today, I can tell you now that I'll never forget this moment for the rest of my entire life. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Graham. Just this past Monday, our nation paused to observe Memorial Day, a solemn time to honor those who gave their lives in service to our country. Today, we recognize a new generation preparing to take up the mantle of those before them and continue the legacy of those that have fallen. While many graduates will go on to college to begin their careers, there is another group, those who have chosen to wear the uniform of our armed forces. These young men and women have made a commitment to something larger than themselves. They are preparing to be tested in ways most of us will never experience, mentally, physically, and emotionally. And they have pledged to support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. There is no greater act of selflessness. As the grandson of a Navy veteran, as the grandson of a Purple Heart recipient who served bravely in Vietnam, as a proud brother of a Navy veteran, and as a principal of Franklin High School, I want to say three things to each of you. I love you and I'm proud of you. Thank you for your service, and most of all, Godspeed. At this time, if you're a graduate entering the armed forces, please stand and be recognized. There's a little more on that. One member of our graduating class of 2025 cannot be here with us today due to already starting her military service. She is Miss Alexandra England. Please give her a round of applause. few. The students wearing the white pendant stoles are members of the Marta Peck Memorial Chapter of the National Honor Society. Each of these students have earned membership in the Honor Society by participating in various service projects and demonstrating leadership and exceptional character. The students who are wearing silver stoles are graduating with honors. The students who are wearing gold stoles are graduating with high honors. Please give all these young people a round of applause. At this time, I would like to present the candidates for graduation. Please welcome Mr. Joshua Lynch, Superintendent of Macon County Schools, to the podium.
Good evening, class of 2025. Having met the requirements placed upon you by the North Carolina State Board of Education, the Macon County Board of Education, and the faculty and staff of Franklin High School, I am proud to pronounce you graduates of Franklin High School. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Lynch. Diplomas will now be conferred. Assisting me will be our assistant principals, Mrs. Pam Roper and Mr. Dan Gibson. Parents, please stand as your son or daughter receives his or her diploma. Will the seniors in the first row please stand?
Davis Lee Moffitt. Gianna Elizabeth Abate. Eli Blake Adams. Jaden Hunter Adams. Melena Dawn Alberry. Saul Altamirano. Evelyn Daisy Altamirano Martinez. Owen Tyler Anderson. Abigail Elaine Angel. Isabella Hayes Ash. Kelsey Jasmine Avery. Benjamin River Ball. Peyton Alexis Beatty. Autumn Victoria Boatman. Layton Avery Benedict. Lyric Gabriel Lancashire. Brooke Ann Ortman. Celeste Mackenzie Baltimore. Kyra Brooke Holtz. Sina Jean Boyce. Justice Gail Bradford. Noah Turner Brannon. Dulce Maria Bravo Orozco. Madeline Claire Breeden. Annabelle Lynn Brinkley. Bailey Angelina Brown. Riley Ann Burke. Madison Hope Bird. Brennan Joshua Cave. Jackson Wyatt Cave. Jacob David Cave. Dagan Elijah Kale. Graham Riley Caldwell. Zachary Thomas Call. Caden Reese Callahan. Ian Camacho Mendoza. Avery Ray Carpenter. Tyler Wesley Carter. Kevin Uriel Castillero Flores. Hadenis Susay Katari Zambrano. Phoenix Addison Chaney. Chase Michael Childers. Brock Anthony Clark. Addison Kendall Coker. Robert Carroll Cook. Callie Nicole Cook. Angel Cortez Damian. Ryder Zane Cortopassi. Jeremiah Edward Cox. Miguel Angel Cruz Ruiz. Juan Manuel Cuevas Garcia. Caroline Elise Deal. Christopher Aiden Dietz. Josie Ryan Dehart. Aaliyah Marie Desjardins. Aaron David Dewhurst. Braylon Asher Desarn. Katie Marie Dove. Yakimus Coonbride Lloyd. Elizabeth Escalera. Milka Nada Esquivel Cortez. Alexis Marie Estes. Yura Cole Feria Mendoza. Charlotte Jolice Fisher. Taylor Ann Fouts. Corey Allen Frazier. Aiden Lee Freeman. Allison Fuentes Hernandez. Juliana Bronwyn Garber. Alex Martin Garcia Sanchez. Ashley David Garcia Hernandez. Bryson Lee Gibbs. Caleb Odell Gibbs. Tristan Carl Gibbs. Mary Marshall Gilliam. Dalton Ross Gray. Emma Ryan Green. Aubrey Jordan Haley. Samantha Eller Henners. Isabel Grace Henry. Guadalupe Hernandez. Jocelyn Herrera Hernandez. Braden Fox Hervey. Aubrey Olivia Colbrooks. Madeline Grace Holden. Barrett Lewis Holland. Kayla Marie Holland. Summer Rose Holland. Lillian Charlotte Holt. Dane Bryant Cooper. Jordan Blake Cooper. Latham Nathaniel Horner. Jack Finnegan Hyatt. Isabella Maria Ennis. Micah Edward Jacobs. Aubrey Natalia Jenkins. Emily Michelle Jenkins. Mace Gavin Johnson. Silver Lee Johnson. Adriana Kaylin Juarez. Tyler Aiden Koch. Maddox David Cusso. Evan Keith Lampkin. Laurel Ruth Lassiter. Grace Ann Latre Goodale. Emma Faith Ledford. Haley Addison Ledford. Cohen Sumner Lavasi. Sofia Lopez Perez. Eric Emmanuel Lopez Fernandez. Jorge Manuel Lopez Santiago. Cole Scott Martin. Josiah Anthony Mascaro. Nathan Rowley McAllister. Charles Maxwell McClure. Madison Joe McClure. Colby James McConnell. Lucas Bradley McConnell. Heather Mary McCoy. Mary Sloan McCurry. Matthew Gabriel McDowell. Joshua Adam McGaha. Edwin Valentin Mendoza Lopez. Jason Mesa. Sophia Isabel Myers. Jackson Philip McCullough. Alexandra Mora Rivera. Alexa Morales Montelongo. William Alejandro Moreno. Warren James Mines. Yaniel Alberto Navarro. Samantha Elaine Nix. Peyton Douglas Norman. Stacia Abigail Ortega Escobar. Nadia Faith Owl. Nicaelan Lee Owl. Autumn Eve Pater. Adam Jeffrey Harris. Jason Patino. Emily Rose Pazar. Brianna Lynn Pelletier. Janelle Lynn Pereira. Dorothy Perez. Juan Emiliano Perez Garcia. Kate Louisa Phillips. Carson James Phillips. Peyton McKenna Clemens. Matheson Lynn Post. Callie Lynn Queen. Brianna Alexis Quiros. Molly Alexis Brady. Mariana Selena Ramos. Esperanza Lachey Vangel. Jacob Huntley Rathbone. Elizabeth Ann Rice. Daniel Bruce Riddle. Gavin William Brinker. Jackie Giselle Rios Ramos. Melissa Rios Vasquez. Eileen Rivera Romero. Justin Richard Rodriguez. Adam Nathaniel Rogers. Alexander Aaron Rogers. Cherish Rose Rogers. David Matthew Rogers. Anna Maria Rojas Rosado. Christina Ruelas Rodriguez. Gael Ruiz Sanchez. Elias Giovanni Ruiz Ramirez. Christina Michelle Rush. Vanessa Sanchez Padron. Adolfo Sanchez Ramirez. Anthony Richard Sanchez Perez. Journey Ava Sanders. Michaela Dwayne Sanders. Mason Zane Schulte. Charlie Grace Siegel. Kelsey Elaine Sebring. John Edward Scrow. Ryan Allen Sheldon. Peyton Lee Shelton. William Carter Sinclair. Aiden Ryan Sizemore. Braden Luke Smith. Camden Michael Smith. Eric Damian Smith. Talon Jansen Smith. Hannah Brooke Snyder. Cassie Aaliyah Solsby. Excel Soriano Aguilar. Ava Marie Spalding. Keaton Lawrence Sroka. Destiny Lachey Stamey. Jimmy Eduardo Stanfield. Elijah York Stewart. Kate Isabella Stillwell. Gabriel Ron Stillwell. Macy Caroline Stork. Joanna Jean Tapia Enriquez. Chloe Danielle Tartar. Noah Michael Taylor. Madison Ray Thompson. Aiden Isaiah Tripp. Alexander Ross Truitt. Andy Trong. Now Takbi Trong. Macy Paige Vanderwood. William Matthew Vanderwood.
Oh yeah, Wyatt! Wow! Come on, baby!
Sean Wyatt Vanderwood.
Get her, boy! Get her!
Natalie Jeanette Vasquez Cruz. Erica Naomi Velasco. Alais Vinces. Maverick Hagan Doc Waldrop. Zoe Raquel Walker. Anna Mae Waski. Luke David Watkins. Jennifer Chloe Addison Westerman. Sasha Marie Widman. Audrey Gabrielle Wilkin. Alexis Grace Williams. Samuel Hayden Wills. Piper Lorraine Wiggin. Emma Reese Worley. Abigail Catherine Wright. Courtney Irene Young. Rosalind Kaylee Zachary. Tara Lynn Zarinsky.
Please help me welcome Mr. Nathan McAllister to the podium for some closing remarks.
Well, hey everybody. My name is Nathan, and it's a privilege to be here with the class of 2025. Speaking here tonight really serves two purposes for me. First, I would like this speech to express a deep and genuine gratitude for all that my parents, teachers, administrators, siblings, and friends have done to guide me to this point. Secondly, I would like to take this speech as an opportunity to share a few moments from my time at FHS that have been significant for me. It is my hope that this speech will lead you to consider your own moments that have been just as significant for you. Spring semester, freshman year, in Mr. Haley's World History class. A group of students were speaking of all the drama they were encountering in their romantic life. Mr. Haley rose quickly from his desk, looked at the class, and said, "You're a freshman. You can't even feel love yet. It's not that deep." And those words have stuck with me. It's not that deep. What I've come to understand is that Mr. Haley was not speaking to the nature of the challenges we will face, because they inevitably will be formidable. Mr. Haley was speaking to our capacity to overcome these challenges. For all that lay ahead, it's not that deep. It means that we will pursue challenges and growth with a confidence that comes from knowing that what is within us is greater than the challenges we face. One day this spring, I was in Miss Worsick's classroom, struggling through some college essays when suddenly a girl rushed into the room. She broke right through me and Miss Worsick's conversation. She exclaimed, "Miss Worsick, I'm going to scream." Without hesitation, Miss Worsick leaned up from her computer, looked at the girl, and yelled, "Ah!" for a good 20 seconds. At that moment, the girl's face softened. She giggled, and I saw her tense fists relax. Miss Worsick changed the entire trajectory of that girl's day, and honestly, mine as well, by simply showing us that she was there and that she was cheering for us. She didn't need to do anything. The work was rightfully ours to do, but she did show that we were worth supporting. Let us strive to make one another feel that support, that unwavering, encouraging, inspiring support that can only be captured in a screen. The staple of Miss Presley's junior English class were the class discussions. These class discussions featured a handful of people, not me, who knew what they were talking about, a handful who did not, and the rest of us who used the teacher lounge to make popcorn. Her words to the class after one of these discussions have stayed with me. She said, "Do not hesitate to speak what you believe to be true, but be ready to listen as well." This sounded wild to me. Did Miss Presley really think that a bunch of 17-year-olds who take life advice from Taylor Swift lyrics and Andrew Tate edits were capable of exploring genuine truth? I'm learning that this advice speaks to how we establish and communicate with our own relationships. These words have led me to the following conclusion. Speak so you can understand where you are, but listen so that you may understand where you want to be. Let's build relationships that push us to listen, to understand, and to grow. With that being said, Franklin High School, class of 2025, let us turn our tassels in appreciation of one another and an appreciation of all that has been given to us. Let's remember, it's not that deep. Scream for one another may both speak and listen. Class of 2025, let's get after it.
Thank you, Nathan. We'll allow him to get back in his seat. Thank you, Nathan. At this time, it is my honor to recognize you for the first time as graduates of Franklin High School. Congratulations to the Franklin High School class of 2025. Now I ask you to please stand for the playing of the school song, followed by the reception of the graduates.
time.